Aloha, I'm Chris Berman, and coming up on ESPN, they broke through in the late 90s under Mike Shanahan to claim their first 2 Super Bowl titles, but the glow, it's starting to wear off. Do the Broncos have the horses to be successful again? Panthers, Broncos. It's game time!
Well, the fans are looking for their seats as the teams are down on the field warming up. Welcome to Invesco Field at Mile High Stadium. I'm Dan Stevens. My partner in crime is Peter O'Keefe. And Peter, this game could boil down to a battle between 2 outstanding quarterbacks.
Absolutely, Dan. These guys put both their teams in a position to win every night. And this is the type of matchup that true football fans wait all year for. Peyton Manning is considered by most to be the very best quarterback in the entire league right now. This guy is a natural-born leader. He builds up each one of his teammates and elevates their game. He's just all about winning. On the other side of the ball, we've got another top performer. Jake Delhomme is a very capable quarterback. You know, they say playing hard is the best way to avoid injury, and this guy is Exhibit A. You know, he plays every game with all-out effort. I tell you what, Dan, both these guys have potential to light it up today.
Well, all right, Peter, we'll keep our eye on them as the game progresses, but first, the coin toss.
It's heads. Todd Sauerbrunn kicking off.
The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Sauerbrunn kicks it off to begin the game. Griffin catches it back at the 7. Breaks free. Brought down at the 34.
Quentin Griffin was able to find some weak spots in the defense. Got a good run back off that kick.
The Broncos will start this first play of the drive at their 34-yard line. Sacks him way back at the 28.
Jesse Armstead comes in untouched on this play and just wallops the quarterback. Hey, where was the O-line, Dan? Did they just give up? Oh, that quarterback's going to be pointing fingers on that one.
The defensive design worked flawlessly, and the refs will spot the ball well behind the original line of scrimmage.
What a way to derail a series from the onset.
2nd and long ahead. Manning really rifles this pass, and it's knocked down at the line, incomplete. Let's go back and revisit that last tackle in the backfield. Great stop.
Well, Dan, you've heard the phrase, what you see is what you get. And with Jesse Armstead, you see a linebacker that's seemingly in the backfield on every play. That's why this guy's a regular in the Pro Bowl. Oh, let's watch this. 5 wide out versus a D that is wisely loaded up on DBs.
Smith goes in motion. Smith grabs the rope right side, and they get the first on 3rd and long.
Rod Smith had the football away from 3 defenders in his area. That's got to feel good.
On 3rd and very, very long, and they come out with a big play to move the chains. That was really quite a call.
Yeah, it sure was. Got to give those guys on the sideline credit for drawing up that bad boy.
And picks up a couple.
Garrison Hurst got some help on that one in the form of blocking, but he still couldn't make a play out of it.
Not much there. It'll be 2nd down.
Got to take what you can get, Dan, but they were, hoping for more.
50-yard line.
Is well past the markers for a 1st down.
Ashley Lee had 3 guys covering him on this play, and he still made the catch. I don't know if it was a good effort by him or a bad one by the defense. It could have been both. Oh, it's hard to believe that play worked.
A well-designed play there, Peter, and they will move the chains.
Great execution.
First down, tight end to the left. Manning sings it to the right side, and it's complete at the 22. Eventually tackled at the 19. That will bring up first down.
Ashley Lee has a small crowd of defenders working him and yet still makes the catch.
There's the catch, and there were 3 guys around him.
They say bad things come in threes, but that didn't seem like that was bad at all. Maybe mildly annoying, but definitely not bad.
Peppers gets the sack.
Second and 14. Ball on the 23.
Dan, bunch of receivers out there. Defense is expecting that, and they go to nickel.
Hurst takes the handoff and only gets back to the line of scrimmage. Let's go back and revisit that last tackle in the backfield. Great stop.
Well, Dan, Julius Peppers kind of strikes me as the defensive version of Tony Gonzalez. Both these guys have the same body types, both played collegiate basketball, and both are destined to be all pros for a long time.
Wesley tips it away on the coverage, incomplete. It'll be fourth down.
Dante Wesley swatted that one away cleanly. The receiver didn't have a prayer in getting that one.
The defense prevents them from closing the gap and forces the incompletion. Nothing doing on that play, Peter.
Well, they were just trying to get some yards out of it, not necessarily the first.
And now they face a fourth down. And he misses this one to the right.
Jason Elam misses the field goal here. Let's watch this again. Yep, it's just a little bit to the side of the upright, but close only counts in horseshoes.
The Panthers will start this drive at the 31-yard line. Muhammad goes in motion. Williams gets the sack way back at the 25.
DJ Williams gets to his man in the backfield for a big loss. I don't know what happened to the protection. Let's have a look. You know, Dan, it's all about focus and persistence. He was not going to let that quarterback get that pass off.
The defensive design worked flawlessly, and the refs will spot the ball well behind the original line of scrimmage.
What a way to derail a series from the onset.
Second and long ahead. Davis gets the call on second down and will end up losing a bunch here.
DJ Williams targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's his second tackle so far. They couldn't connect on this one. Incomplete. That will bring up fourth down.
Kelly Herndon shut down that pass perfectly. You know, when you're sitting back in a zone like that, what you're trying to do is read the quarterback's eyes to get a jump on the ball.
The defense forces fourth down, and even if they had completed the pass,
it still would have been short.
Yes.
You have to run those routes farther in that situation.
Sauerbrunn gets the snap and punts it away. Bailey fields the punt at the 32. Stopped at the 43.
Champ Bailey did a nice job getting some yards after fielding the solid punt.
The Broncos had their last drive stall out at the end. We'll see if they can keep momentum throughout this one, which starts at their 43-yard line. Armstead tips it away on the coverage, incomplete.
Jesse Armstead came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
Potential for some nice yards, but the defense plays it tough. That will bring up second down.
Second and 10. Ball on the Broncos, 43-yard line.
Jenkins sacks him back at the 40.
Chris Jenkins nails his man behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to cost the offense a few yards. Oh, yeah, that's a great job of getting to the quarterback. Nice sack.
They forced that one backwards, and that's going to make this third down that much harder.
Yeah, they also make it easier on themselves by wiping out all of the potential short yardage plays they might face.
Third and long. Intercepted. Tackled at the 41.
Jason Kyle gets the interception, but that really happened because his teammate got in there and tipped it. Oh, it's all about coordinating your defense, man. Playing as a team.
Boy, that was a heads-up play to come away with his first interception of the game.
Yeah, you got to love D like that.
That will end the first quarter, and it's still a scoreless game. The Panthers have been locked in a defensive struggle so far. They will start this drive at their 41-yard line. Davis takes it for his second carry and maybe picks up one on the play.
Stephen Davis played it smart on that last one by following his blockers, but hey, they were unable to open up any holes for him.
And I'll tell you, Peter, he made a great tackle there. He brought down one of the more elusive backs in the game.
Well, you're absolutely right there. But if there's one guy on this defense that can stick with the ball and make the play, it was him.
Davis loses one on the play, and that will bring up third down. Just rifles this one, and it's tipped. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up. It looks like, we've had an injury down on the field. As soon as we hear anything, we'll be sure to pass the information along to you.
Check this out.
Yeah. Looks like his neck hurts pretty bad.
It's going to be all right. Just take it easy. Take it easy. I got some.
Sauerbrunn gets ready to punt this away.
Champ Bailey to make the return.
Sauerbrunn takes the long snap and punts it away. Bailey fields it at the 16. Dragged down at the 17.
Champ Bailey got swarmed by the kicking team before he got very far. That nice punt pretty much goes unanswered.
The Broncos stalled early last drive, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here. They'll start at their own 17-yard line. Anderson gets the call on first down and maybe picks up one on the play.
Mike Anderson used the blocking, but this stingy defense didn't give up much at all on that last play.
Not much there. It'll be second down.
Got to take what you can get, Dan, but they were, hoping for more.
The first down and a whole lot more. First down with two tight ends to the right. Manning floats it to the right side and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Number 56.
Peyton Manning has been searching for a rhythm out there, and he's come up short, Dan. As you can see by these numbers, he's been having a rough day of it. So far, he's struggled to get 76 yards and no touchdowns.
Second and 10. Ball at the Broncos 43-yard line.
This pass will fall harmlessly to the ground, and it's incomplete.
You better have a side view mirror on that helmet, Manning. I'm going to be coming at you all day long.
43-yard line.
Manning throws a bullet to the flat, and they can't connect. Incomplete.
With the deflection.
Knorr gets ready to punt this away.
Artrell Hawkins to make the return.
Knorr gets the ball and punts it away. Hawkins fields the punt at the 22. Brought down at the 26.
Artrell Hawkins got swarmed by the kicking team before he got very far. That nice punt pretty much goes unanswered.
The Panthers could take the lead before halftime as their offense will start at their own 26-yard line. Malone rifles it out left side and it falls incomplete.
Pass interference, number 52, defense. The ball is placed at the spot of the foul.
DJ
Automatic
Williams
first
slapped
down.
around the receiver way too much on that play, and the ref let him know it with a flag for pass interference.
Watch the pass,
First and
defense,
10.
watch the pass.
Ball with the Panthers 37-yard line.
Pro goes in motion. Smith catches it over the middle and gets past the markers for a first down.
Steve Smith is squeezed by two defenders on this play, but still comes up with the ball. Oh, that's pure skill. You can't coach that.
Great job fighting for that first down. He didn't waste any time.
Well, just because the pass is short of the markers doesn't mean he can't run it the rest of the way. He's a true competitor.
First down, two wideouts on the field. Davis takes his fourth carry of the game and only gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Mario Fadafetti was a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle.
Peter, that has to be tough to do. He used his weight to make the stop, and he did it against one of the most evasive players on the field.
You got to guess a direction in that situation, and he guessed right. That's instincts.
Second down, 10 yards to go.
Ball with the Panthers 49-yard line.
Davis catches it in the flat and tries to get free. Finally popped out of bounds at the 37. It will be first down.
DJ Williams makes the play here, but not fast enough. Check it out. He pushes him out, but past the marker.
That's his second tackle so far.
First and 10. Ball with the 37.
Davis carries this off his left tackle and picks up 8 yards on the play.
Stephen Davis played smart and used his blockers to perfection on that last play.
Second down, just a single receiver on the field. Davis gets the toss and runs into traffic. No one in front of him. The 5 tackled, and the clock will continue to run. It'll be first and goal.
First and goal. Ball at the 2-yard line.
Davis picks up about 2, and that will bring up second down.
Rayleigh Johnson with the tackle. Second and goal.
Oh, a lot of weapons out there, Dan. They can get you through the air or on the ground.
Davis carries it for the 4th straight time and will lose about a yard here. Rips him down in the backfield, and the clock will continue to run. That will bring up 4th and goal. 4th down, goal to go. Casey with a 21-yarder, and they take the lead.
John Casey has little trouble pooching this one through. Let's see it again. Yep, he knows that you aren't allowed to miss many of those in this league.
The field goal puts them in the lead, which is where they wanted to be heading into the locker room.
Let's see if they can build on that slight lead in the second half.
There's the signal, and we're ready. Sauerbrunn kicks it off. Griffin fields the kickoff at the 5. Jukes tackled at the 31.
Quentin Griffin received that nice kick and a nice little run back after the catch. Good job.
The Broncos offense takes the field with the clock at 2. Hurst has his number called on first down and only gets back to the line of scrimmage. And that'll do it for the first half of this one. The Panthers with a small lead, 3-0. And now let's send you to Chris Berman in our studios in Bristol for the ESPN Halftime Report. Boomer?
All right, Dan, interesting game at the half. We'll get back to you guys in a bit. First, we welcome everybody to our ESPN Halftime Report. I'm Chris Berman. Now we'll look at our halftime comparison. And as you can see, total yards definitely tell the story thus far. The Broncos should be way ahead on the scoreboard, but somehow they've let their opponent hang with them. Let's see if they can change things in the second half. Let's get started in this one early in the first quarter. Peyton Manning would find his target on this one. The Broncos, towards the end of the first quarter, the ball at their own 39. Jason Kyle is reading the quarterback's eyes all the way as he's able to get his hands on this one and pick it off. The Broncos, later on in the second quarter, Peyton Manning connected with his man on this one. The Panthers, middle of the second, Stephen Davis bounces this one to the outside and is going to get some room to maneuver out there. That set up an automatic 21-yard field goal. And that's where we'll leave this one. Broncos are waiting for their first score. They're down 3-0. And as far as my halftime hero, well, there's really no contest. Jesse Armstead has taken over this game. So that does it for our halftime report. We'll send you back now to the second half of this one. Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe are there. Gentlemen.
Thanks, Chris. And today's game has been presented in ESPN Game Sound, designed and developed in collaboration with Dolby, the leader in surround sound technology. The Panthers will receive to start the second half, and they currently enjoy a small lead, 3-0. Let's go down to the field. Elam kicks it off to begin the second half. Foster fields the second half kickoff at the 1. Well, Peter, some interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. All these numbers point to one thing, Dan, a defensive struggle. They can't get complacent. A single score will change the whole complexion of the game.
Susie Culber is down on the field and has some information for us. Susie?
Thank you, Dan. Head coach John Fox praised his team's play in the first half, saying they left it all out on the field. However, he said, I think we might have made a few errors with our play calling. We'll try to do better in the second half. Pretty unusual to hear a coach say that in the middle of a game, but we'll see how they do. Back to you.
Thanks, Susie. Prohl grabs the fastball over the middle and gets past the markers for a first down. First down, 3 wideouts in the game. Wilson makes the sack just behind the line.
Al Wilson gets to the quarterback, and nobody lays a finger on him.
And then he proceeds to lay a lot more than a finger on him.
Yeah, he used all 10 and then some.
That'll be his first sack of the game. Davis gets the call on second down and heads upfield. The 30, 20, 10, eventually runs out of bounds at the 7. It'll be first and goal.
Stephen Davis works it to the outside and gets a huge gain. That's a great play, great execution. Let's have another look. Yep, got past the marker and eventually runs out of bounds.
What a run, and he is generating some great numbers.
Oh, yeah, he's running hard. And up to now, he's got 80 yards on 10 carries.
First and goal. Ball at the 7.
Delhomme dumps it out left, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Nick Ferguson came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
That had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
Second down coming up. Second down with a split backfield. Smith catches it in the flat and picks up maybe a yard.
Steve Smith took his lone defender to school on that last play, making the catch with relative ease.
Not a lot of room on that play. It will be third down.
Let's step it up. We got this one. Jingle back. Jingle back.
Delhomme zings it to the right side, and it's tipped. Incomplete. That will bring up 4th and goal.
John Lynch managed to disrupt things. He got in there and he smacked that pass away. Great D.
It seemed like the defense read that one from the beginning, and they forced the incompletion with relative ease.
Beautiful call by the D coordinator.
It'll be 4th down. 4th down, and the field goal unit is on the field. Casey with a 23-yarder, and it's good.
John Casey takes the field goal, but watch how close the ball gets to the upright. Man, a few more inches and he'd have made the highlight reel. Not the way he would have wanted to, though.
They'll take the 3 points, but they were hoping for 7.
But that's the second time today they get close, only to have to bring in the kicker.
Sauerbrunn kicks it off. Griffin fields it all the way back at the 8. Dragged down at the 26.
Quentin Griffin got waylaid by the defense before he was able to put Munch on the run back.
The Broncos offense takes the field, and they will start at their own 26-yard line. Smith goes in motion. Armstead puts a lick on the receiver and separates him from the ball. Incomplete.
Peyton Manning has had difficulties, to say the least, and now he's second-guessing everything he's throwing. Terrible day. So far, he's struggled to get 76 yards and 1 interception.
Second and 10. Ball with the Broncos, 26-yard line.
Manning throws a bullet, and it's intercepted. Knocked out of bounds at the 26.
Yeah.
Dan, this is a nice interception. Check his position out to make the grab. Got it.
Well, that's their second interception of the game, and stingy is appearing to be the motto for their defense.
Yeah, either that or give me the ball.
The Panthers are going to try and capitalize on the interception. They'll start this drive at the 26-yard line. Coleman makes the hit in the backfield at the 28.
Marco Coleman was a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle.
And this is nothing but read and react, Peter, which is what all defenders are taught.
Great concentration to nab one shifty runner, stepping up and doing his job.
Delhomme throws a beauty to the right side, and the catch is made well past the markers for a first down.
First and goal. Ball at the 7.
It's intercepted. Gaines tackles him for a touchback.
Nick Ferguson comes away with the football and possession for his squad. Watch this again. See, the offense got a piece of it, just enough to tip it right into his hands.
Boy, that was a heads-up play to come away with his first interception of the game.
Yeah, you got to love D like that.
The Broncos offense has taken the field, and they have been having a very tough time passing the ball. They have another opportunity here as they start off at their own 20-yard line. Smith goes in motion. Manning zings it to the right side, and the catch is made well past the markers for a first down.
Ashley Lee had 3 guys covering him, but look what happens. Incredible catch.
The balls are coming his way in the middle, and he's making them pay. You have to like his performance so far.
Well, Dan, I like any receiver who's willing to go over the middle and sacrifice the body to make the catch.
Lee catches it in the flat and is at the 45. Eventually runs out at the 47. That will bring up first down.
Ashley Lee made the catch back there, but then worked for a few extra yards on top of that. Great effort.
I'm glad he finally nabbed one because he's had a string of missed catches before this.
Yeah, his quarterback obviously didn't lose faith in him, though, Dan, because he's kept throwing it his way.
First goes right up the middle and gains about 3 yards. Second down, 2 receivers to the left.
Ball at the Broncos 50-yard line.
First, will get the handoff and heads out right. Tackled at the 46.
Brenson Buckner with the tackle.
Let's stop him here, team.
Third and
Keep him
3.
out of field goal range, baby.
Ball at the 46-yard line.
Manning throws a lob here, and it is not reeled in. Incomplete.
Jed Weaver tried to snag that one across the middle, but doesn't happen.
Another short pass and another incompletion. That area is not yielding results for them.
Yeah, time to look elsewhere.
Knorr lines up for the punt. Knorr takes the long snap and punts it away. Kennedy gathers it up at the 1. The Panthers were intercepted last time out. We'll see what happens here. We'll start at their own 20-yard line. Davis goes in motion. Delhomme fires this one over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Jake Delhomme threw an incomplete pass into double coverage. He's got to use better judgment out there.
I'm on you, Muhammad. You ain't
Second and 10. Ball at the Panthers 20-yard line.
Davis has his number called on second down and will gain close to 6.
Stephen Davis has done well, but a lot of these yards are from that one big run that he pulled off earlier. Still, I like his numbers. So far, he's racked up 84 yards on 12 carries.
Delhomme throws up pulling here, and they convert on third down.
Jake Delhomme makes a terrific completion in double coverage here. Wow, now that is one confident QB.
A nice gain, and they easily convert on third down.
Yeah, that was a good call.
And that'll do it for the third quarter. The Panthers are out in front, 6-0. First down from the I. Smith goes in motion. Davis will get stopped at the line, and that brings up second down.
DJ Williams targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's his third tackle of the game.
Ball at the Panthers 43-yard line.
Delhomme throws a heater right sideline, and the completion is good for 6.
Rasheed Muhammad made a fantastic catch in double coverage. Keep getting him the ball, guys.
Peter, I'm sure he's happy to bring that one in. The last 3 passes to him have all been incompletion.
Yeah, he's struggling a bit there, but this may turn him around.
Davis will get stopped at the line, and that will bring up 4th down.
Marco Coleman brought down the ball carrier before the markers. There was some gain there, but not enough for the first.
The defense didn't budge on that play, and they force a 4th down. Sauerbrunn gets ready to punt this away. Sauerbrunn gets the snap and punts it away. Well, Peter, some interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. Well, the numbers aren't impressive here, but they can take heart that a single score will change the whole game. They need to put a drive together and make something happen.
The Broncos offense takes the field with time winding down. They'll start at their own 20-yard line. Cooper tackles him behind the line of scrimmage.
Number 40 with the tackle.
Mike Anderson. How you
Second
like
and
that
10.
power, baby?
Ball at the Broncos 20-yard line.
Manning throws a bullet to the flat, and he connects for a pickup of 4 on the play.
Peyton Manning is really struggling out there today. As you can see by the numbers, it's all bad. Up to now, he's got 107 yards and 2 interceptions.
Third down and 4 wideouts in the game. Block. Catches the bullet out left, and they get the first on 3rd and long.
Peyton Manning goes right past the coverage and into his receiver's hands. Nice throw.
A nice gain, and they easily convert on 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a good call.
Manning throws a heater, and the reception's made at the 40, forced out at the 42.
Artrell Hawkins forced his man out back there. Allowed some yards, yes, but stopped them short of the markers.
Peter, they gave up a bundle and allow a 2nd and short situation.
Yep, the offense holds all the cards now.
Anderson gets the handoff and searches for a hole. Stopped at the 43.
Jesse Armstead made the save, dropping the ball carrier before he could get to the markers.
They hold pretty firm there, and they've got to do it again on 3rd and short. 3rd down, and they line up with 3 tight ends. Hurst gains 3 yards, and that brings up 1st down.
1st and 10. Ball at the Broncos 36-yard line.
Hurst takes it for his 8th carry and maybe picks up 1 on the play.
Number 56 with the tackle. 2nd and 8. Ball at the Broncos 47-yard line.
Second down. The clock is stopped at 2 minutes. Manning throws a bullet to the flat, and it's intercepted.
Ricky Manning shows why you think twice before throwing a pass in his neighborhood. Watch. Great presence of mind to try for the football there.
That's their 3rd interception of the game, and Peter, the D is homing in on the passing game.
Yeah, tough play. I love it.
The Panthers will start this drive near midfield with the clock at 1:57. Davis gets past the line, and he's stopped. The Broncos take their first timeout.
Wow, those are nice stats. Way to carry the ball.
Davis gets the toss and runs into traffic. The Broncos will take a timeout. That's their second. Third down, 2 tight ends in the game. Davis, the Broncos take a timeout. That's their final one. Davis will get the carry on 4th down and can't convert. They'll forfeit the ball on downs.
Al Wilson dropped him before he could get past the markers. A huge stop on 4th down.
They don't convert on 4th down. They really don't go anywhere on that one.
Except the sidelines with their tails between their legs.
They'll turn it over on downs. The Broncos start this drive of the game from well in their own territory, and the clock at 1:39. Smith pulls down the floater out left, and he's got the first. The clock continues to tick down.
1st and 10. Ball at the 30-yard line.
Manning sings it to the right side, and the catch is made for the first. Clock continues to tick down. First down with the tight end right.
Ball at the 25.
Lee hauls it in right side, and the clock continues to wind down.
With the tackle. 2nd and 4. Ball at the 20-yard line.
Hurst loses one on the play, and the clock will continue to run. Smith makes the catch out to the left, and he's short of the first. The clock continues to wind down. That will bring up 4th down. Manning zips it to the left sideline, and they convert the big 4th down play. And that is going to do it for this one. The Panthers come out on top 6-0. For my partner, Peter O'Keefe, this is Dan Stevens saying goodbye until next time.
All right, gang, great work as always. And with that, we welcome everybody back to the ESPN studios for our ESPN Video Games postgame show. I'm Chris Berman. The Panthers stepped it up for sure, putting up some good numbers. Let's get started in this one early in the 3rd quarter. Stephen Davis would come up with a big play here as he gets the carry and has clear sailing ahead. That set up a short 23-yard field goal. Jesse Armstead would come up with the big play to kill a drive as he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. The Panthers, after getting an interception, Panthers out in front by 6. Nick Ferguson is reading the quarterback's eyes all the way as he's able to get his hands on this one and pick it off. The Broncos have it off an interception. Peyton Manning would find his target on this one. Broncos trailing 6-0. Jake Delhomme connected with his man on this one. The Broncos on defense, Ricky Manning Jr. would come up with the big play to kill a drive as he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. The Broncos, after a stop on 4th down, Broncos losing by 6. Peyton Manning would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. And that's where we'll leave this one. Panthers serve up a shutout, 6-0. Now let's talk to a player who was instrumental in their dominant running game and is our player of the game. Stephen Davis is on hand with Susie Colbert. Suze?
Thanks, Chris. You really showed up today. You may have the ingredient your team needed to pull out a win here. What was the key to your success?
This is how we do, as we always do it. We come together as a team and give it our all. My teammates really helped me out. I couldn't ask for a better group of guys to play alongside. I'm just happy to get the W and ready to move on to next game.
Back to you, Chris.
Thanks for tuning into ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports for 25 years and counting. I'm Chris Berman. We'll see you next time. I'm Chris Berman. Let's get straight to the action. In our first game this week, we had the Seahawks come away with a brutal 18-point victory. In a long-standing NFC rivalry, we had the 49ers pick up their third win of the season. Lawyers in love Malloy played well despite the loss and showed us why he's ranked up at the top of the league. Dante Culpepper airmailed 350-plus yards and helped his Vikings beat the Texans. Panthers, Broncos. Stephen Davis got the carry here. Once he found a lane, he was gone. The Panthers win this one by the final score of 6-0. By the coal mines of Pittsburgh, we had the Steelers put on a display and win by 21 points. Down in the Georgia Dome, we had the Falcons walk away with a 6-point victory. The Packers defense held their opponents to under 100 passing yards in their win at Lambeau Field. Raiders, Colts. Yards and number 37 surveys the defense at the 25. Extra receivers split out. That's the tight end. Even though he's got double coverage, heads to the corner, touchdown. What a throw. The Colts go on to win this by the final score of 27-10. The Patriots won at home and will stay home for next week's game when they meet the Seahawks. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris, thanks. Luckily, we had a relatively injury-free week, which makes my job just that much easier. Geno James is arguably the biggest name on this list. The team's injury report listed a broken wrist and that he's out for 6 weeks. So that'll do it for now. Chris, let's send it back to you.
Ron Johnson had a stellar game, but all said and done, his performance wasn't enough to lift his team to a victory. Giants, Cowboys. Avion Cason is just thinking, let's get out of the shadow of our own goal line. There's a first down. What shadows? The only shadows are the defenders behind him. He could go all the way. A 98-yard run. The Cowboys win this one by the final score of 17-14. Fred Taylor was responsible for over 150 yards rushing and helped his Jaguars beat the Chargers. And in our final game, we had the Saints come away victorious. So that'll just about do it. But before we go, I'm going to toss out a few game balls to my prime-time players. Each and every one of these men had a week to remember. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.